It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Some skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullet is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching you from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho. Salifu Usman is right here. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you, my regular host. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
All right, on today's edition of Sports Orbit, as we all are aware, the Commonwealth Games is really hotting up, and Team Nigeria is not disappointing at all. As yesterday, Nigeria actually increased, its medal haul at the ongoing Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, United Kingdom. Of course, they continue their chase for gold yesterday with Patience George, as Patience George qualified for the semi-finals of the women. Actually, today, women's 400 meters event, she ran 52.63 seconds to finish fourth in her heat, but it was good enough to give her a semi-final place as one of the fastest non-automatic qualifiers. Esther Arabi Michelle also progressed into the main draw after winning her first 2 preliminary games in table tennis. For Sule Nasiru, he defeated Canadian Mohamed Mudassar 3-0 to emerge victorious in his first match at the table tennis event in the para category. Meanwhile, Udo Gabriel goes head-to-head with Thompson Hera for a place in the 100 meters final, while 2018 Commonwealth Games 4x100 meters bronze medalist, that's Joy Udo Gabriel, must overcome a formidable obstacle in the form of reigning Olympic double sprint champion Elaine Thompson. Of course, homegirl Asha Philip and Trinidad and Tobago's Michelle Lee as she bids for her first global 100 meters final appearance. The Nigerian ran 11.43 seconds personal best to qualify for today's semi-final, but needs to run a massive lifetime best to realize her dream. Also, for Grace Nwokocha, a former African Youth and Under-20 champion, Rosemary Chukuma, are expected to qualify for the final. Nwokocha, the Olympics and World Championship semi-finalists, ran the joint fastest time in the first round of heat to qualify for the semis and lose good enough to hit her first global major final. So that's for Team Nigeria. Looks like the push for more medals is, gathering more and more steam as we enter day 6 of the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, thank you, Alpha. And the coast looks very, very bright for Team Nigeria and to win more. Because the athletic events has already hit up.
Yeah.
And like from what you read out and you analyze, this has got for the women athletic event. And would they know the athletic event just started yesterday, and that very yesterday Nigeria was able to win 2 medals in a discus. That's a perfect way, and I believe that has also given a moral boost to the team Nigeria's athlete. And from what you state so far, it look very bright for Nigerians that they're going to at least harvest more medal from athletic event. The like of Grace Nwokocha, Shukuma Grace, these are very medal prospects, and we hope that they are going to do well. At the same time, the lack of the Favour Ashes and who also qualified for the semi-final in the main 100 meters will also be in action later this evening. And then they hope that at least two of them, or probably three of them. But we are very sure of the. If you are talking of who may likely progress to the final, it may be the Ashi Favour and then who win their respective heat. But for the third guy who managed to qualify in non-automatic qualifications, surprise can always happen. He may not have performed well in the race for qualification semi-final, but something else can also happen in the semi-final. They will see her in the final. So we hope that by the time the athletic 100-meter kick-off semi-final kick-off this event, we hope that we'll have at least three or two in the final. And then for the women event, just like you rightly say, the like of Greece and Shukuma have a brighter chance of making to the final.
Of course, talking about medals, yesterday also Chioma Onyekwere also did Nigeria proud as she, won silver, I think. Gold medal actually in the discus throw for Team Nigeria. And with that feat, Nigeria now has a total of 8 medals actually. And I mean, congratulations to her because for some of the medal hopefuls we had, to say that her name was not prominent among the list, but it was like she just came up from nowhere and spring up that surprise. Not just winning a medal, not bronze, not silver, but a pure gold medal.
Yeah, congratulations to Onyekwere. She has surprised everyone, and just like you say, in the pre-game analysis, nobody see her that is likely to go to claim it, even though she's an African champion and a Nigerian champion. But nobody, or actually, her name doesn't really prominent that he's good likely to be on the medal on a gold medal. But fortunately for her, she's pretty surprised everybody. That first throw, he threw less than the England lady was leading from the first attempt, second attempt, but at the final thought, she picked up the challenge. He said, "No, he must get over it." And luckily for her, she threw higher than the home girl, and that has given us the gold medal. And for us again, the compatriot Amishi also finished third, and that means in that particular event, Team Nigeria was dominated that one, which we placed 2 medals, 1 gold and 1 bronze, leaving the silver medal for the England, and that is a good one. Congratulations to Onyekwere, and the scenario still be the same. The medals are still coming from the women. It is only the women that have all the 8 medals that we have won so far. It is all women. It's only one boy in the weightlifting was able to give us the bronze. All the medals so far has all come from a woman.
Absolutely. And of course, still on the Commonwealth Games, where, of course, yesterday, the last batch of Team Nigeria contingent to the Games actually arrived Birmingham yesterday, with a view in participating in more activities at the Games of the coming up in August. Well, most of the athletes who touched down yesterday are mainly athletes which the compiling of the likes of Blessing Oboro Dudu, Odunayo Adikore, her younger sister Mercy, also Mercy Genesis, Kola Ole Esther, Hannah Ruben, Bikemo Welson, Agiamo Ekerekeme, and Amas Daniel. So this group of wrestlers actually are now fully, with their counterparts who have, made the trip to Birmingham earlier than then. But any reason for this staggered, movement? If you have any idea of why this contingent
have to leave last?
Yeah.
No, I think it's deliberate. The wrestling event was to start at towards the end of the game, so there's no need if your event are not starting on time to just go and stay there. So I think it's a perfect plan, and I believe that I think there's nothing. It is always happen even at the Olympic or at any particular major event. While some athlete has finished their event, they are going. If you are the Birmingham now, some of the athletes have already completed their event. Some are exiting their event. At the same time, some new athletes are also coming. It's not particular to Nigerians. Even other nations who are competing, there are some athletes that are also coming. new. Even the England that is season host, that has a host, some of the athletes, not all the athletes are already at the game village. So if you don't have the event at the early, so some of them you stay in your camp for where you are training, maintain your training until where your event is approaching. Then you move into the game village and then to prepare. It's normal. It's a tradition that is always done. It's not peculiar to Nigeria, though, and nobody should say maybe there is any issues or anything. It's a deliberate plan, and wrestling will be likely going to start on Friday. So, and now they are already at the game venue, and we are likely to see that the dancing,
this is the top result.
the dancing lady, Odunayos, and they say Olympic silver medalists, and there are others. There are 11 of them who are going to do Nigeria Pride in the wrestling event, and we have probably should at least a medal will also come from there.
All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Stay with us.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit now, straight to the medal standings where, well, Team Nigeria is still on 10th position, but of course the medal haul has significantly increased. Now Nigeria has a total of 8 medals, 3 coming from gold, 1 silver, and 4 bronze. But looking at the table completely, Australia are still leading the standings while England are, following closely, trying to do everything possible to catch up. After all, they are hosting the game, so they want to emerge as the overall winners. Of course, New Zealand not far away from. The gap is quite much away, but in 3rd position, while Canada are now rooted firmly in the 4th position. South Africa still maintain 5th position, while India surprisingly has leapfrogged Scotland to land in the 6th position. For Scotland and Wales, they occupy both 7th and 8th position, while Malaysia is in the 9th position, Team Nigeria in 10th, while Cyprus are 11th. Uganda, the other African representative, is on 12th position with 2 golds, just 2 golds so far. Then Singapore, 13th position with 1 gold, 3 silver, and 1 bronze. So quickly looking at the medals standing, any surprises so far?
Yeah, I don't think there's no surprises so far. The earlier dominants are maintaining their dominance, and it's still the top 10 on the medal table yesterday that are still remain on the top 10. While we're hoping that following the yesterday victory, Nigeria may move up on the medal table, but unfortunately the others where they are sharing the 3rd positions with, like Malaysia, Wales, and Scotland, they all have 3 gold apiece each. So Nigeria still maintaining their 10th position, but we hope that before the end of today, we likely see what is going to come into Team Nigeria, and whether Team Nigeria will move up or they will still maintain the status quo in the 3rd position. But one thing that is very certain, and one thing that I'm very optimistic, I'm sure that Team Nigeria will not go beyond the top 10 positions they have already occupied. But we are very confident and very assurance that before Friday, Team Nigeria will lift up from that top 10 position, because we have a very meta prospect from athletic event and even the para table tennis that have started today.
All right, away from that on to some athletics where, of course, Udo Gabriel will go head to head with Thompson Hera for the 100 meters final spot later on today. The Nigerian ran a new 11.43 seconds personal season best to qualify for today's semi-final, but will need to run a massive lifetime best to realize her team. Of course, while it may not be smooth sailing for Udo Gabriel, reigning Nigeria's fastest woman Grace Nwokocha and African youth and under 20 champion Rosemary Chikuma are expected to qualify for the final. So, crunch time for Team Nigeria today in the athletics event.
Yeah, and I believe they'll be up to the task. Yes.
All right, away from that now to some other story where the president that's Mohamed Buhari, has congratulated Iyene Obong Essien, a 16-year-old Nigerian girl, for finishing second at the Champion of Champions World Cup Championship Invitational in Northern Ireland. In a statement signed by his media aides, Fami Additional saluted the achievement of the youngster who currently tops the junior player cadre in Nigeria and has been credited with over 20 medals since she first won her medal at the age of 5. The president enjoyed all Nigerians in celebrating the teenager who is doing so much for the country by demonstrating hard work, and that hard work and determination pays, and also wished the golfer more spectacular success in her career. I hope, for a young golfer like this, hope her handlers will be able to, sustain the tempo so that in a few years to come, we'll be able to, have at least a golfer at some of the top golfing events around the world.
Yeah, I think this particular he's coming to a record for the first time. You just heard about her, and that is a very good one. I'm be proud to see Nigerian ladies competing at the highest level, when even at the golf course, when the likes of Micros and the top golfers in the world have play in the same course, play on the course. So that's a very good one, and this is a serious moral boosting for her career. And the one good thing is that the only lady we know that has to be very consistent in the in the goal at the teenage age is Georgina Obo.
Yeah.
And now here we have another lady coming up again. And one thing is consistently happening in this country. All those that are doing well in the sport are all ladies, all women. What is happening to the men? It's like the men, and they say men supposed to be the one dominating sport, but unfortunately, men are not anywhere to find anywhere in every sport. Every sport where the people signing who are raising the Nigeria flag outside this country are all ladies. Maybe we should give the woman a chance to be the president of this country. Maybe that will move us from our current predicament.
Absolutely. Anyway, from that to some football news, where a study has revealed that Cristiano Ronaldo, and his United teammate Harry Maguire are the two most abused players on Twitter. The study conducted in the first half of the season found that Ronaldo received a total of 12,520 abusive tweets, while Maguire received 8,954, while the next player was Marcus Rashford of England. Well, I mean, this has been a recurring problem in, not just football, but in sports generally, where you see people who have little or no knowledge of the sport come out to rain abuses on players for normal mistakes that happen on the pitch in the course of doing their job on the field of play.
But I didn't have a opportunity to look at the study very well. But if I may say, for Ronaldo to come up prominently on just a list and be one of the most abused on the Twitter, maybe that might have been because of our recent attitudes.
No, listen. This report said it was conducted last season.
Okay.
So it couldn't have been something currently. No, but it's a normal thing. You see a lot of big players, for no reason, people just want to, their cultures just want to abuse them for no reason.
Particularly from the opposing fans.
Exactly. So it's not this is a study of last season. I remember what happened to the likes of Rashford, Sancho, Saka, during the Euros. So this has been a recurring a problem over and over again. So it's not surprising that we're seeing this kind of thing. Of course, in the list also the likes of Paul Pogba, Harry Kane, Jack Grealish. So it cuts across really.
Cut across all the clubs and all the players.
Yeah, and I remember last season the Premiership was saying that they're going to reach out to some of these social media companies to ensure that if anybody is identified to have abused a player, such account should be taken down immediately.
I quite agree with you. I quite agree with the Premier League, and not just in football.
Not just in football.
And just like even when the Nigerian government was also lamenting about the fake news and all those kind of things, when Nigerian government run into a problem with the Twitter by banning the Twitter, I think Twitter themselves need to regulate their users. Because when somebody you take advantage of the platform to insult to raise abuse on somebody uncalled for and using unpredictable words on somebody, I think Twitter's particularly anything that has to do with racism and just unnecessary abuse on somebody, Twitter need to take observe, not just Twitter, any other social media need to observe those things and block such account and prevent such a person from using such an account. But sometimes, but by the time they, when in the country when in an era of the world that whatever you want to do to regulate it, some people just agree you are restricting people from their fruits because the word freedom is always pronounced prominently. Yeah. And people say you are preventing freedom from exercise their human rights, exercise their freedom. Even as much as you have a freedom to express your mind, to express your will, you should also know that you don't have a freedom to abuse somebody unnecessarily.
I agree with you completely. Anyway, to our final story before we leave, that's talking some tennis where Venus Williams has lost to Canadian Rebecca Marino in her return to singles play after more than a year away from the court. The 7-time Grand Slam champion lost 4-6, 6-1, 6-4, 3 sets, actually the first round of the City Open in Washington in our first singles match since last August before the hard-court tune-up for the US Open. Williams last played singles in Chicago on August 23, 2021 when she lost to Su Wei. Williams played mixed doubles with Jamie Murray at Wimbledon in that event. Well, for the Williams sisters, looks like they are gradually. I mean, every era has an expiry date, and for the Williams sisters, I mean, what more can you say? They've done well for themselves. Done everything you one has.
They have given the sport all what the sport wanted to do. They have given the sport all everything they have, and I think the world will continue to remember the Williams sisters. The history of tennis can never be complete without a particular mention given to the Williams sisters, what they have achieved in the game of tennis. And it's like just like you say, every era has every period has an era, and it's likely that their era is very, very coming, and both for both of them. And the age is no longer there, so they should know that yes, when it is time to call it off, then you call it free, and there may be a road model, and at the same time be going to coaches.
Well, I mean, you said
when your body can no longer push you, I think you have to understand that your body is already asking you, guy is off.
I agree with you. Anyway, that's where we draw the curtain on today's episode of Sport Orbit. Don't forget, the Commonwealth Games is still on, and tomorrow we'll come and give you another exciting and refreshing episode. And of course, the EPL is fast approaching, just 2 days away, and we'll witness the first match of the 2022-2023 season, which will come up on Friday. We'll be here to give you a complete preview of all those games as they go down on Friday, beginning from Friday and throughout Saturday and Sunday. So once again, thank you for being in the studio today again.
Thank you, Alpha.
Right, until we come your way tomorrow with another bigger and more exciting package, I remain your host, Alpha Cho. Stay safe out there, and it's bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.